It's not the first time this has happened. It's been happening year after year after year. Chicago, St. Louis, Baltimore, the list goes on and on. Where's the noise at? Where's the protests? Where's mainstream media talking about that? Where is it? That's what I want to know. Because let me tell you something. Nothing else matters if we're dead. Nothing else matters if we're killing each other.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Make sure you get the link in the description section. Get you one of these shirts. Do not target my kids. I think we need to keep ramming it down their throat, and this is perfect for this particular music video that's targeting the stuff that Target has done, and I hope they keep losing money. Link is in the description section. Also, the Prison Fellowship nonprofit fundraiser that I'm doing, we'll put the link in there if you're interested in helping kids whose parents are incarcerated go to summer camp. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment for the share this video. Let's get into this. Stephen A. finally had enough cojones to come out and at least mention the black on black violence. But then he went wokey woke towards the end of his speech, and he's completely off, and I'm gonna expose that. But let's start with the clip from Stephen A. Smith, the sports commentator. Wrote a clip.
But when I bring up something like reparations, the fact of the matter is that at this particular moment in time, that ain't on my mind. My point is that if we're going to bring up subjects like this, and we're going to bring up subjects like police brutality or brutality on the part of some police officers, as I like to say, when we going to look at ourselves when it comes to black people being killed in the streets of America
by other black people?
I don't even want to get into what happened in Chicago, but I have no choice.
Yeah, come on, Stephen A.
This past Memorial Day weekend, from Friday to Monday, at least 53 people were shot, 11 fatally, according to police.
Mass shootings.
If one black person was killed by the police, we'd raise holy hell, and in some cases, there'd be riots in the street. Where's the due diligence when it comes to putting a spotlight on what we're doing to each other?
Ding, 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 ding. You win, Stephen A.
Because this is pissing me off. 53 lives. 53 in one weekend.
One city.
It's not the first time this has happened. It's been happening year after year after year. Chicago, St. Louis, Baltimore, the list goes on and on. Where's the noise at? Where's the protests?
Run by Democrats.
Where's mainstream media talking about that? Where is it? That's what I want to know.
Democrats.
Because let me tell you something. Nothing else matters if we're dead. Nothing else matters if we're killing each other. Forget about what we deserve. Some people have different forms of reparations. They want money from the government, even though the government's national debt is at $31.4 trillion as of last month. I hear you, though. Because, damn it, if we come up with money to give to Ukraine, which I'm not opposed to, and we come up with money to take care of immigrants coming into our borders, and we come up with money every time we feel the need to address one issue or another that happens in this country, we damn sure could come up with money for our minority populace that contributed to the upliftment of this country that was marginalized and demonized and ostracized and oppressed for years. So nobody's trying to sit up there and say that we don't deserve something. My point is, it's debatable as to what that could be. It could be making sure the economy flourishes and that there's job opportunities. It could be by contributing to education and enabling folks that otherwise couldn't afford an education to make sure they get educated so we can uplift our society. There's a variety of ways that reparations can take place. But it doesn't matter if we're dead. It doesn't matter. Especially at our own hands. And for those of you out there, especially
here's when he get woke.
Way to go, Stephen. Hey, bravo, bravo. You know what I'm saying? Because something needs to be said. Y'all kill each other too. White folks kill white folks.
Now he going
Hispanic
stupid.
folks kill Hispanic folks. Black folks killing black folks ain't no different than what other communities are doing to themselves.
Hold
it's
on.
just
Now I
that
got
your
to stop
numbers
Stephen
are
A.
greater.
Let me stop Stephen A. real quick. He said that black on black violence is similar to white on white violence, Hispanic on Hispanic violence, but their numbers are greater. Now I'm just going to explain what he said. I made a video about this on my YouTube. He said your numbers are greater. Do you know how stupid that is? What Stephen A. Smith just said? Because if you look at statistical data, black on black violence is like 96% homicide rates. That means 96% of black people are killed by other black people. Now, white have a 83% homicide rate. Now, think about this for a minute. Use your mathematical skills, Stephen A. If black people make up 40 million people in the populace and 97% are being killed by each other, there is a number. If white people make up 200 million and 83% of 200 million is a higher number than 90% of 40 million. So you can't say that the numbers are different and all this other stuff. Murder is murder. However, black people are doing it at a prolific rate. The reason Stephen A. Smith will never find an article where there was 53 shootings in a white neighborhood, because it don't exist. You can't find a community of white people, poor or wealthy, that had 50 shootings over the weekend. This is just not happening. And I'm going to let Stephen A. continue because I think we have the rest of the clip. Let me let him continue, then I'm going to debunk even more. He started out good, but then, he always got to appease to the mindless black people that listen to him. Roll the clip.
If you are the Hispanic population in the United States of America and you make up 17% of the population, and by the year 2030, the Census Bureau reports says you're going to make up 30% of the population. Well, guess what? When you die, from a numbers perspective, it doesn't have as a profound of an effect as it does to the black community. If you're a white community and you're making up 60% of the population and you kill one another, it doesn't have as detrimental of effect numbers-wise as it does on a black community, because the black community as of 2021 made up 12.5% of the U.S. population. It was once 15. It did it down to 14.5. And then 14 and then 13.5. I thought the number was 13. I was corrected. It's less than 13%. We damn near on the verge of becoming an endangered species.
Yeah, we probably already, in many communities, are endangered species or irrelevant species because of people are so disingenuous about all of the things that are ailments in the black community. Let me say this. I'm not saying all black people that listen to Stephen A. is idiots. I'm talking about the populace of the idiots that do listen to him. Him saying that when y'all kill each other, it don't make an impact. Yeah, it does. White people probably kill, in number-wise, more white people die from being killed than black people do. It's just the density in the per capita number is astronomical amongst black people. And I'll say this. Stephen A. can talk about black on black violence in the physical sense from adults to adults or adults to children, but let's talk about the unborn violence in the black community. That's why we went from 14% to 13%, now 12%, and we're going to be 5% in the next 10 years probably. Because not only are we killing each other way more than anybody else, we're doing stupid stuff that puts us in prison more than anybody else. And then we go out and have the nerve to have abortions more than anybody else. That combination will leave you extinct or irrelevant in any country of any color of person. And I'm glad that Stephen A. mentioned the first part of it because I think it's significantly true that why don't we roll out in the middle of the street and protest when black people are getting murdered in mass shootings every weekend? These are mass shootings. When stew heads like Sonny Holston gets on there and say there was 200 mass shootings this year already. No, come on, Sonny. How many of those mass shootings are occurring in inner cities in America? Probably 80% of them. How do you think 50-some people get shot in a weekend? Those are called mass shootings. I don't mean to laugh, but 11 people dying in one weekend in one part of one city run by Democrats, those are mass shootings. And they are bolstering the numbers that mindless women like Sonny Holston are pushing.